Okay, I'm going to show you how I evaluate a property's potential as a short term rental investment. So, what I like to do is I'm a real estate broker. So, anytime I see a property that comes on the MLS that I think would be a good short term rental option, basically that legally it could be utilized as an investor owned short term rental, I add it to this cart. And then I go in and I will add notes as to how much I think it could make and, what characteristics make it a good short-term rental. So we're going to go down here because I haven't added any notes on this one yet, and we're going to figure out if it would be a good short-term rental investment. So first things first, I want to look and see if the bedroom bathroom count on the MLS matches what is advertised. Sometimes there's like an office or another room that could easily be another bedroom for an Airbnb. So I want to just make sure that I'm calculating that correctly. So we're going to look through these pictures, and we're also just identifying the style of the home and the features so that we can find the Airbnb comps that are most similar to it. So it's pretty cute. It's been updated. Nice open floor plan. So I guess this is bedroom 1. Yeah, and that has its own bathroom. This is bedroom 2, another bathroom, bedroom 3, and that's bedroom 4. Small backyard, no features out here, but you could probably add a fire pit, maybe a hot tub. Love to paint that green, something else. Okay, so we figured that out, and then we're going to go to AirDNA, and we're going to take the property address, 2007 Dixie, and I have to type slow in order to let it find it. And now we're going to see if AirDNA gives us property stats that are the same. And no, AirDNA thinks that this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, but we just saw this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and I would default to an 8 guests, but we'll see what happens. So the rentalizer thinks that it can make $65,000 a year, and let's see why it thinks that. So these are the comps, and down here it shows us this is where our property is. It's this little blue one right here. And then there's this purple one, which is right next to it, and that's not this one. This one is right next to it. It's a 4-2. It sleeps 10, and it's making 68.7, being available 321 days. Okay, let's take a look at this, and we're going to see if it's similar to the one we were just looking at. That's interesting. I've never seen one of those. It's got a nice outdoor space, but no, pool, something that would really change the anticipated nightly rate. It doesn't have professional photos. It looks cute. It looks decent, but overall, this doesn't look too far off from our subject property. Nice open floor plan, nice kitchen. Yeah. I don't have any photos of the bathroom, but this one. So it looks pretty comparable. And we're gonna go back. We're just gonna take a look. See if we have anything crazy with their amenities. Pretty standard here. And then go in and we'll see they've got 50 free reviews. I like to find comparables that have a lot of reviews. So that's good. And then I also like to just come in here and see what their calendar actually looks like. So what I find in the Austin market is that most people don't book an Austin rental more than 60 days out. And so we're right here, right now, they are almost booked solid, it looks like. They could be blocked, but almost booked solid for the month of June with the exception of these dates here. And then for July, we've got a week here and a few days. And then you look at August. August is almost all open, which goes right in with the typical booking patterns for our area. I also like to see what their cleaning fees are. They have a 3-night minimum. So their cleaning fee is $145. And they have a 3-night minimum. So they're probably getting 4-5 turnovers per month. And that's important because these numbers include those cleaning fees. And the turnovers per month, if it's 145, let's just say they have 5 turnovers per month, that's $725 times 12, 8,700. And so we would want to actually reduce that. So it's more like 70K. If it was rented out 365 days a year, 70K, that is going to work. This is priced at $400,000. So if we go to my handy spreadsheet over here, we will be able to really take a look and see. So I have this done in 2 different ways. If you just knew the average daily rate and the occupancy rate, you could enter it here. Since we just determined the annual revenue, we're going to actually not use that calculation. We're just going to put in 70,000. Pretty sure that is good. I always update the information from the property stats here as well. 1,500 square feet. And then it sleeps 8. This is really critical here. I like to find the tax rate, 2.0938. We have high property taxes in Texas, and you want to be making sure that you're calculating those correct. I actually already have 2.0938 in here. So that's good. This will calculate based on the purchase price, which is going to give you your most realistic idea of what you will be paying. And the purchase price on this, the list price was $400,000, which is just crazy amazing. And let's say you're putting 25% down over 30 years. Let's say your interest rate's 5.88. That might even be a little low now. Your furnishing costs are $12,000. I made up an algorithm to put in here. If you have a better idea on what your furnishing costs are, you can add in a different number there. If you needed to add any remodel expenses, you could put those in here. I have a property management fee of 25%. That's pretty typical within the industry. But if you were going to be self-managing, you can see how that would really make a difference on your cash-on-cash return. Property taxes, utilities. I try and estimate all of these pretty high. And when I'm talking about utilities, I'm also including preventative maintenance items, insurance, Consumables. If you have a management company, I'll really get rid of the consumables because they most likely will be covering those. And that'll show you what you can anticipate making. So if your rental revenue is $70,000, these are your operating expenses, it's your NOI, mortgage payment. You're going to be putting in your initial costs are $112,000. That's with 25% of $400,000 plus your furnishing costs. You will have a cash flow here of $9,300 a year, and your cash on cash return is 8.32. You get rid of this again, it's going to really blow this out of the park. Now, I just wanted to do this very quickly for demonstrative purposes. If you really wanted to take this to the next level, I would come in here and I would start inputting your comps. So we identified this one as a very solid comp. It's literally right next door. And so we will put this in here. By that, we'll come back. What's their average daily rate? We're going to actually get that from here. It says their average daily rate is $302, 71% occupancy rate. So 302, 71%. Minimum night stay, we saw 3 night at this point. That may change throughout the year. And their cleaning fee was it $140? $145 was their cleaning fee. And so our revenue without cleaning fee is about $68,869. I was calculating it over here with 70 because I was using off the top of my head numbers, but you can easily see it's not going to make that big of a difference here. A slight change, but really what I would like to do is I would come in here and I would go through and I would find 2 more solid comps. So we'd go back here. Let's see what this one is. This one. This one. This one looks pretty similar too. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, this looks fairly similar as well. It's another 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Let's see what their availability looks like. They have a 2-night minimum. With that, let's see if we wanted to go. Yeah. They have a $155 cleaning fee. They may have more turnovers. Say 3. Minimum night stay is 2. And then this one was getting 60.7. 64% occupancy, average daily rate is $268. 62. I would like to find 3 really good ones, and then I would get the average annual revenue off all of those, and that is the number that I would put right here. So that just kind of gives you a quick overview of how I like to do it. There's a lot of different nuances here. And once you do a bunch of them, you'll really get a better understanding of which ones could work and which ones probably won't work.